Good evening all. Right, quick review of Smallville Season 7 Episode 18 titled Apocalypse. So this episode, what we know is that Lana has been put in a catatonic state by Brainiac. The reason he did that was to try and get Clark to go back in time with him to Krypton, but instead he pretty much got Kara to go back with him. But the reason Brainiac went back to Krypton was to kill Clark, really, as a baby. He almost succeeds, as we know he doesn't. Clark receives an SOS in the journal that Virgil Swan's daughter Patricia gave him at the end of Traveller, and it basically warns him that, you know, your younger self is about to be destroyed and Krypton's about to die, you know, be destroyed as well. Chloe is basically telling Clark, go, you have to go to Krypton, you have to save yourself, whereas Clark is saying, nah, I couldn't care less anymore, you know, if I wasn't here then this world would be a much better place. As he says that, the octagonal disc that opens the door to his fortress suddenly wakes up, as it were. It's activated and Clark is sent to an alternate time of when he himself does not exist. He wakes up in the barn. There's a kid there called Clark Kent. Jonathan Kent is alive, but we don't see him in this episode, which is a shame. Chloe is engaged to someone. Lana has moved to France, and Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane are both working at the Daily Planet. What I found really interesting and pretty sad at the same time about this episode was the first thing, well, not the first thing, but pretty much the second thing that Clark does is go and track down Lana, making sure that she's okay. And it's like, dude, give up already, please. You know, who cares where she's gone? If she's gone, she's gone. Okay, you need to focus on why you are alive in this time. Why are you here, even though realistically you shouldn't be? So clearly it's a time paradox. He's existed, but it's a lesson. It's like a lesson is to be taught in this episode. We find out that Kara is in this same time paradox, but is working under the name of Linda Danvers for the DDS, Domestic Department of Security, something like that. And she's working for Lex Luthor, who's now the president. And I've just got to utter this one quote, this one line that he does in this episode. My fellow Americans, a threat in our own backyard will not be tolerated. Sorry, I just had to say that. Sorry, I just had to get that in there. Okay, so anyway, Lex is the president and Milton Fine is his chief of staff. What a way to go is all I can say. And that's when Clark realises that even though he himself does not exist, Milton Fine is alive, Kara is alive, so there's got to be something wrong here. Something's not right. You know, if Clark didn't arrive, why is Milton Fine there? Why is Kara there? That shouldn't be happening. So as the episode progresses, we find out that Milton Fine was pretty much behind the whole plan. Although Lex is pretending that he is giving Milton Fine orders, although in some cases maybe he is. Zod, at this point, General Zod is still trapped in the Phantom Zone. Brainiac is going to use Kara to get the fortress to be used as a portal so Zod can arrive and be put into Lex's body. So yes, Milton Fine planned it all from the beginning. He knew exactly what he was doing. It's exactly what Clark said to Lois when they were looking at the video of you know, Lex giving a speech about the nuclear attack that's going to happen and everything. So Clark was right. He was right on the money. Kara still feels that she was meant to kill Kal-El. Apparently she searched all over Earth for him, couldn't find him, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, this episode is quite emotional in that sort of sense, but it was more of a lesson to Clark. It was a teaching to him, to say to him, you know, you can't change the course of your destiny. It's as simple as that. You can't change the course of history. You can't change what's in front of you. You can only, you know, you as you progress, as you move forward with your life, there are decisions that you're going to have to make that you may not like, but at the same time, what's been put out in front of you, it's your choice whether you choose it or not, kind of thing. So when Lex shot him with the kryptonite gun, and then Brainiac finished him off in his head, as we all thought, because when that happened I was like, shit, he's gonna die. But it was a lesson from Jor-El. It was pretty much Jor-El basically saying to Clark, don't even think about saying stuff like, if you didn't exist the whole world would be a better place, because you were sent to Earth for a reason and now you have to accept it. Simple as. So anyway, I am going to leave it there. I have to go to the cinema. I'm going to see Centurions 2, so look out for the review for that later on this evening. Next week, obviously being Christmas Day, as I said, there's going to be a surprise episode that I'm going to do a review of. I'm going to upload last year's surprise episode that I did, so all look forward to that one. Well, I say it was last year, it was actually early this year that I did it. So I'll put that up on Monday, and then next Friday, Christmas Day, I'll do the other one. You all have to guess what it is. No, there is no prize. Sorry, you just have to guess what it is, that's all. So thank you very much, and good night.